Hello everyone, and welcome back to the second part of the Wizard Brome deck tech. If you haven't checked out the first part, I'd recommend you go do so now, but maybe you're just here to see what the deck looks like when it's working, in which case that's cool. And let's just get right in here. We're going to play maybe 2 games on ladder. I'm going to show you how I approach whatever matchups we run into, and we'll see how we do. I will see you guys once we find a match. Alright, here we are, up against another Brome. If I had to guess, I would say he's on Strategos. Of course, this is just wild speculation. I always replace my Trinity Earths early, since we're not going to need them for many turns yet. And double Holy Immolation isn't too useful. We do have a 1-drop, which means we can ramp into 4 next turn, if needed. And okay, it's not a trial, which means potentially this is the Wizard Brome mirror, or he could just be playing Bond. Either way, Sunset Paragon is a little too slow for what we're going for now, and we'll open up Flame Blood, since at least this way, if it gets blood tiered, we'll have a blood tier to blood to him back. Okay, the hand not looking too hot. Ideally, we'd like to see, some Scintilla, some Sunbreaker, some Arclight Regalia, something we can develop. As it is, we're just going to be stuck removing whatever he plays, but that's okay. Still not really sure what we're up against. And so we're not going to commit too hard to one game plan or another. Celebrant, okay. So perhaps we're up against an old school Swarm Brome, or perhaps we're up against the fabled Brolem's deck. Either way, we should be able to focus on controlling the board and then slowly win on resources. I think that's going to be the game plan here. I would like to hold my blood tier, because I'm sure we'll need it to clear up his board in the following turn. And so we are potentially going to Lucent Beam something for tempo. Although that does seem rather silly. So we shall pass. And let's see what he can do to punish us. Okay. And Sol Pontiff. I think 2 Holy Immolations is going to be a little hopeful. And okay. It looks like this turn we're going to just have to equip. And probably back away. This prevents him breaking the Regalia on board. Next turn, we're either going to Circle of Life the Sol Pontiff or clear his board with Blood Tier Holy Immolation. There's also potential that he trades his minions into my face to clear the Regalia and put us low, in which case Circle of Life will be the perfect follow-up. We're definitely on the back foot here, but that's okay. This deck plays very, very well from behind. Obviously, it's mostly removal. And to be honest, there's 2 things scaring me right now. One is we die in this turn or the next, and the other is he's going to go down to 1 card, play Trinity Oath, play some more stuff, play another Trinity Oath, and we're going to lose that way. I'll be interested to see how he plays around Holy Immolation here. think our replace is actually going to be the big tree, Aperion's Claim. Congregation hurts considerably. And okay. I think this is going to be one turn too slow, and we'd rather have better cards. So I only see one play that gets us out of range of everything. What do we target here? Probably this. So he's down to 2 cards. If we can get the Circle of Life off on the Soul Pontiff, we'll be in a great spot. Sundrop Elixir is a pretty good pickup. Okay, here's the Trinity Oath. This isn't so bad because it's gonna, unless he has a very strong follow-up play, it's going to give us time to stabilize. Does mean we're going to need to find some removal pretty quickly. And having the tree back would be quite beneficial at this point. Okay, a Shiver Puppy Dragon. All very spooky. That's a wonderful pickup. I wonder if we can afford to play this now, or if playing Circle of Life is just a better play. I think I like the Circle of Life on the Soul Pontiff. And then we can get one last ounce of Regalia value here. Now the question becomes, do we have to Sundrop Elixir, or can we afford to play Bloodborne Spell? He would need Holy Immolation plus Imperial Congregation to finish us off. Or Holy Immolation plus any 2 damage. I think there's no reason not to just play it safe and heal back up at this point. Our next play is going to be Trinity Oath into Lucent Beam to clear whatever he plays now. And we seem to have somewhat stabilized, depending on his next play. Okay, he has dumped his hand. And it's very tempting to Lucent Beam, Crestfallen, and run away. And whether we do that or not is going to depend on whether we hit the tree with this Trinity Oath. We did. Okay, well, what are our options? We can Lucent Beam the Soul Pontiff. These become 2 3s. We're down to 15. We're taking 6, going to 9. Or we can Lucent Beam this, run away, and play our Crestfallen. I think there's no way he can deal 9 damage to us with 2 cards. And so we're going to go for this play. And I do like the whole hand, that's otherwise I would have replaced earlier. I feel quite safe. Especially knowing next turn we can tree plus Sundrop Elixir to get us out of pretty much any predicament. Okay, the second Trinity Oath. This is what I talked about being one of the ways we lose the game. Losing on value to Brolems. But somehow I think we'll be okay. It'll be interesting to see if he goes face with his golems and plays into Tempest here. Golem Vanquisher. Very interesting. And a bolster. Alright. The truth comes out. This is a liturgy deck. And now he decides it's time to play around the big tree. Okay. What can we do about this? Sunbreaker's a nice pickup, but I don't think it's the play here. We're just going to have to wait for him to play into the tree, I think. But that's definitely something we can afford to do. So the play is going to involve Holy Immolation, I think. We have to start clearing these. He would have to have quite a lot of damage to kill us. Holy Immolation plus other golem doesn't quite do it. I think he is playing around Holy Immolation and not playing around our tree. Which is often the same but often different, so there's a potential for him to play into it. Okay. If we pull Tempest, we can double Tempest, but I don't think that's actually worth going for. I think this is good as value from the tree as we're likely to get. Maybe we think about replacing the Sunbreaker for other removal. That said, probably not. Okay. And now we will start going face. And I think it's probably time to use the Sundrop Elixir. We have the time now, and I think we're going to want the health one way or the other. Okay. He's playing such a low curve, it's hard to imagine he won't have a weak turn this turn. Okay, we can Tempest Blood Tear our way out of this situation. With Trinity Oath backup. Oh, okay, my plan was to run away to the top, but I realize now I can walk down and clear his board completely. And I only take 2, thanks to my heal tile. So I think I'm going to go for this. We are very weak to Holy Immolation now, but we have no reason to believe he's even playing it. As silly as that is to say. If he spends his turn Holy Immolation clearing, we're okay. Okay, he's in range of Trinity Oath into Lucent Beam at this point. We do have the Tempest, so another Tempest would be lethal. Okay. So yeah, this is the slow control value game win condition we talk about. He's now completely out of cards. We can probably equalize this board right now. Yeah, double Tempest will let us do that. And double Tempest isn't quite lethal. But we're very close to winning. Yeah, I don't see a better play. The question comes, do we want to go to 8? Or just trade in? I think both are probably winning. But I think this is better. There's no one card that does 5 damage in Brome. So he would have to hit his last Trinity Oath right now if he wants to win. Yep. And there we go. Half the cards in the deck to grind out Brome Golems. This is one of those matchups where you can simply win by grinding them out of cards, playing control, healing back up. And that's what we see there. Let's play a second match and see if we can find a matchup where we want to bring our burn into fruition. If this is Fort Zerix, then that's going to be one of those matchups. So let's see how we can play this one. A little too early for the healing, I think. We have 2 Tempests against Zerix, so this is a fantastic start. Okay, we have 3 Tempests. And I think I might not replace any of them. Oh, it's Wanderer Zerix, okay. This changes things. I think we can be a little more frugal with our Tempests and actually use one to clean up here. This leaves our options open. So I'm not sure I've played against Wanderer Zerix too much with this deck. I think the plan should be the same as versus any Wanderer. We're going to want to control the board early, but still be pushing damage. Okay. That's very, very suspect. I suppose he really, really wants to hit Wanderer next turn. But he's definitely left himself open. And so this is exactly what we want to be doing. Board is clear. He's on 17. We have provoked him from getting Wanderer. 3, 6, 10, 11 points of burn in hand. And his only healing is probably just going to be an Answer Herald. We've already got the Mystic out of him. Okay. This isn't so problematic. Oh, we're going to pony him next turn. That much is certain. We have such a nice clear, it would be a shame not to take it. With Sunstrike. There's probably... Well, I think if we don't kill these minions, then his Wanderer clock becomes faster than our clock. So we'll go ahead and do that. Play around Bone Swarm, we won't play around Desert. And okay, Mithran Wanderer, as expected. We'll do our play as expected. I'm actually going to replace the Trinity Oath just because I don't see this game going too much longer. If he's found his Bone Swarm, then good for him. If not, he's probably dead. Or, okay. Maybe we could have played around Bone Reaper a little better here. The Sunset Paragon absolutely should have gone in the middle there. Gravekeeper, probably not going to be good enough. Okay. We can put him to 4 and suit up in a Regalia. The only issue is if we die to Ka, if we play Regalia. So we would be hit for 4, 8, 12. I think we would die to Ka. But okay, that should be his only card that kills us. Our other option is to just play Trinity Oath. But I don't think that's going to be winning. Well, it's hard to tell. In retrospect, the play there was probably simply to play another Tempest. We would be on 9, 7 with his General, but I don't think he can kill us from there, and we would live Ka. Okay, looks like we're safe for now. And that should be good enough for us to finish him off. So there you have it, folks. I think that was a pretty good showcase of the two different ways you can play the deck. The first game, we got put on the back foot very early, but managed to stabilize, play it like a control deck, grind him out of resources through 2 Trinity Oaths, and eventually win the game. This game, we know we're on a bit of a quicker clock with the inevitable late game of Wanderer, and also probably Fault. So it's better just to, when we're not starting out from behind, as we were in the first game. In the second game, we were just able to push kind of an advantage, point Burn at his face, and get him dead as quick as possible. So there you have it, folks, the 2 ways of playing Wizard Brome. If you didn't check out the deck tech already, please go ahead and do so. And now's your chance to subscribe to the channel for probably some more deck techs like this, some commentated games, and hopefully some collaborations coming up in the near future with some other popular Duelyst figures. So keep your eyes peeled for that. For now, this is Alpha Century signing out.